confirmed that Chrisean Jr. is in fact blind in both eyes. And that was confirmed by Clarissa Blueface's mom. And I'm telling you, I had to go back and watch the video to when they was in a restaurant, because that's the first thing my mind went to. They was in a restaurant and Chrisean was trying to like feed him mashed potatoes, and he wasn't like grabbing for the spoon. He wasn't even opening up his mouth. And it makes sense now because he could not see anything. Like, it all makes sense. He wasn't even really blinking. Like, he was just straight staring into the distance. And it's just sad. Like, we all knew like something was wrong, even though she did confirm some type of syndrome that causes him to like cry like he's a cat. They did confirm that. At least Clarissa confirmed that. I don't remember Chrisean confirming anything like that. But man, I mean, like, my heart really goes out to this little boy, because his mom was definitely smoking and drinking while she was pregnant. And we all seen her on Blueface and Chrisean.
Hey everybody, here is your one and only opportunity to feel like a star. Come on, let's have some celebrity drama. Where even do we begin with this? You see, what we're witnessing right now isn't just another reality TV tale. The real world is like this. And it's much more than just the antagonism between baby mama and baby daddy. Something much more terrible and horrifying has emerged from what started out as a turbulent pregnancy announcement. It is now known that baby Junior, the offspring of Chrisean and Blueface, is completely blind in both eyes. It was also not confirmed by a blog or by a TikTok fan looking via a magnifying glass. Clarissa, Blueface's mother, gave it to him straight. As she said it out loud, the internet seemed to scream because everything that had looked unintelligible suddenly made sense. The blurry live feeds, all of them.
Seen Chrisean Jr.'s baby has been confirmed to be blind, completely blind. And I silently watched her journey.
Each time. Participants thought they were over-analyzing. They were actually seeing the truth all along. They were just starting to hear it before Chrisean was ready to recognize it. We'll go back to the restaurant's viral video, which was the first red flag that truly got us. Chrisean was feeding mashed potatoes to Junior. She gestured toward his face with the spoon. Without moving, without opening his mouth, without reaching, he just sat there. We know why now. It was invisible to him. It makes sense. Everything makes dreadful, heartbreaking sense now. He wasn't being a lethargic kid, not that he was being stubborn. What he could not perceive, he could hardly respond to. He kept his small eyes open. He just looked. That concentrated, still-looking stare that stays with you long after the video has ended. And those of us experiencing that moment with this new understanding experience it in a different way. It is catastrophic. Let's not pretend, though, that this happened overnight. This outcome is scarcely unexpected. The result of a long and complicated journey that was full of bad decisions, missed cues, and yelling by onlookers while Chrisean that everything was okay is this. However, it wasn't because we witnessed it. All of us saw it. She was severely intoxicated. Not just drinking wine now and again. We're talking about Hennessy, tequila, bottles and bottles. Appearing on radio shows and podcasts. Stumbling when clearly pregnant and smoking. God got me, they claimed, turning to face the camera as they held joints and grinned and puffed. Ma'am, no. God gave you a child and you shone as if it were nothing. When Blueface claims to have warned us, he is being honest, despite the fact that he is currently behind bars. Indeed, he did. He said she drank, smoked, and suffered during her pregnancy. He went on to say that she was unable to provide the baby a month of clean living.
Now, I'm calling bets. I got $5,000 that Christian Rock and Blueface have a reach. Baby gonna be dumb and they not finna have a healthy baby. Listen, I got bets on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. Who want to bet? If it ain't gonna be artistic, or if it ain't be artistic, it's gonna be a mute baby.
At the time, we might have thought he was being petty. We might have rolled our eyes. But now that Junior has been formally diagnosed as blind, and further health problems are emerging, Blueface's complaints don't sound like bitterness. Their sound is similar to that of receipts. And let's be honest, there is more to this than just internet speculation these days. Close friends and family members of Chrisean, who formerly made her smile, are starting to speak forward. They are delivering subtle hints. As an instance, we've been aware that he needed additional assistance. They're glancing at her and saying, yeah, we tried to tell her and he has been outspoken. A lot of people were scared to say that the baby needed to be properly diagnosed, he said. Please don't shade. Preserving the life of a kid while it is still possible is the aim. He implored prompt action. Whenever someone attempted to help her, he begged her to stop playing the victim. It's not about her anymore, he said instead. It's related to Junior. And he was right. Known for being reckless and impolite, Charleston, White started making jokes about Junior before he was even born. We must not ignore the importance of his comments despite their unpleasantness. There was genuine concern even then. Despite their attempts to reason with her, prayers and jokes, Chrisean chose to dismiss them all. She is catching up with everyone else now that the baby has come. The fact that we are now seeing a newborn suffer because the adults in his existence were too focused on being poisonous, holding on to power, or just living in denial hurts. Additionally, Chrisean avoiding it, as she always does, rather than facing it head-on. The instant Blueface, she started talking about Junior's health again, as she had done 100 times. She collected her emotions and fled, but this time she didn't just go completely numb. A second man hurried to embrace her. Yes, Chrisean, currently being cheered by Titan Newton, a star college football player. Neither is Sis being subtle. She is creating TikToks, posting him, kissing him on camera, running the blogs, and giving TMZ new things to think about. As of right now, Junior is in the corner, still unable to follow movements, not meeting milestones, and officially blind. Think for a moment about that. Recently, it was discovered that your child had medical blindness. Instead of focusing on physicians, therapists, and appointments, you're out here attempting to get attention for a new relationship. The one that the internet didn't want to help? One tweet encapsulated it the best. In the meantime, Junior is meowing into space while she is out here playing prom queen with a freshman quarterback. The worst of it isn't even that you know who couldn't remain silent. Chrisean is Blueface's mother. As though she had been waiting for the microphone all her life, this woman accepted it. She got online and started complimenting Chrisean for finally letting go. Not because she cares about Chrisean's well-being. The reason she's thrilled is that she thinks this will allow Blueface and Megan Thee Stallion to begin dating. Yes, you heard right. I hope Megan is already pregnant with my grandbaby. This woman says as she plays fantasy football using the romantic relationships of celebrities.
She gets pregnant right away. I hope she got pregnant yesterday. I hope the baby got a brother yesterday. Won't he do it? Girl, that's how I had to get over my love. I had to get pregnant and move on. That'll make you move on. That'll make sure it's sealed, okay? You gotta hurry up and get the baby's almost 2. They gotta have siblings. I think kids should have siblings 2-3 years apart. No, I am in full congratulations. I am not no hater, honey. I'll never be no hater. I'm happy. If they happy, I'm happy. Jane don't like John like that no more. I double triple check. She says she don't like him like that no more. She'll be happy if John be happy and can get his visitation with his kids. She has a whole identity that she's creating for herself. She don't like him like that no more. So I think the next best thing is for him. He always told me his favorite person in the world, that if he could go and make it right, if he was more mature, would have been Megan Thee Stallion. So once they all grow up and they mature, I'm sure she liked him just as much as he liked her. It just was the timing. They was both becoming famous. You know, they was both feeling themselves. They both, Megan and Blue became famous together.
A thick illusion. That is, Chrisean started tagging Megan and Blueface in her Instagram stories, as though she was planning the wedding, and she even made odd collages out of their pictures. It was the internet that pulled her. "She's got a man" was one of the comments made by Megan's supporters, who promptly interrupted it. Megan is also against a man who has custody hearings and 6 baby moms. In all honesty, they're right. But Clarissa is indifferent, claiming that Megan was always Blue's favorite woman in the world, and that they would have been together if they had grown up sooner. She is going all out. Please, girl, Blueface had a lot of issues. Clarissa has, however, been able to use this awful situation with Junior as a selling point for her own reality show. In relation to Blueface, look back to the Jason Lee show footage when he joked that he and Megan already had something. Indeed, it is. That was back in a moment. Like a board of the FBI, the internet started to make connections. In 2018, Blueface and Megan were both freshmen in the XXL class. They were taking part in the same events, promo circuits, and circles. So it's possible that anything happened. It's now the right time to bring up your son's anguish while everyone else is observing and worrying about Junior's every move. Words cannot express what Chrisean Solins does. Her energy is telling me to turn away from her right now. This guy I'm dating has no interest from anyone. Since this is the truth, the needs of her baby are not being met. That footage showed Junior just looking into space without responding or doing anything. The weather was cold, and Blueface saw it. Even so, accusing Chrisean again, he has been yelling from the virtual bars while he is in prison. He said, "My son is not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit all through her pregnancy." Which is what we were all thinking, but maybe we're too scared to say. She couldn't take a month off at all. And what are you aware of? Finally, people paid attention. Blame, however, is not enough. I don't need your Twitter expertise for this baby. He needs to do something. He needs some help. For him to survive and grow, his parents must be willing to swallow their pride. And right now, it isn't happening. Junior serves as a prop for his mother's attempts to demonstrate her continued attractiveness and authority. In addition, Blueface is preoccupied with thoughts about Megan while his own son is neglecting his responsibilities. Drama isn't the only element at play here. The plot revolves around a child who didn't ask to be born into chaos, who didn't choose any of these choices. Junior decided to avoid being a story point. He had no intention of going viral. He certainly did not choose parents who are too busy making headlines to provide him the care he truly requires. The time to wake up is now. So what? Finally, will Junior get what he needs? Is Blueface going to come out, demand custody, and fight hard? Will Chrisean quit faking publicity and go to a specialist's office to plead for help? Or will it all be just another TikTok trend till the next guy takes over and the next post gets a lot of shares? Please tell me. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. If you have a moment, say a prayer for Junior, who deserves better than influence. He deserves a second chance at living.